Hi, my name is John Kruja. Excuse me for not showing my face. I look like a bit of a mess, but this is my adventure game, driven by a context-free grammar and a non-deterministic finite automaton with a live narrative from Google's Gemini. The high-level flow is the player takes or types a command, our CFG parser validates it, the NFA determines which scene comes next, sometimes at random, like one specific thing I'll show you in a second. And then we hand off to Gemini to generate the story text. So for first, I'll show you our CFG parser. What we do is we use a tokenizer, which based on the regex, splits the input to words or numbers. And then the parse choice function then recognizes either numeric picks like one or recognizes a symbolic command such as go deeper. Invalid entries immediately bounce back with a I don't understand the message, which is this right here. So then let me show you the NFA scenes, how exactly they work. They're all put inside of a dictionary. Each entry has a description and a list such as label, symbol, or next scene. For NFA behavior, so the problem that I had originally was everything in this is pretty much deterministic. Everything results in one action that goes to another state, but nothing, how do you say, would take one input and then result in two actions. So the way that I changed that to make it non-deterministic is I ended up adding two bosses, which I'll explain further in a second too. And eventually you reach the forest and you'll say, go deeper. So rather than just going straight to the dragon lair, I decided, you know what, let me add another one saying go deeper, and it's like a magical portal or whatever, and it'll take you either to a water lair or the dragon lair. And there you'll fight, for instance, you will see in a second too. Sorry. And then let me show you the NFA engine. So this is how it is, how I use the logic to create this. And pretty much the two key methods are the step symbol, which collects all possible successor scenes into a set. And then the how I did the NFA logic is the resolve. It randomly picks one of those, so the player has no idea which path they'll take. This is what creates the unpredictability. So now let me just show you pretty much how it runs. I mean, also before I start, I didn't really show you the Gemini commands. So all of that is in main, as is everything else pretty much that it generates the rest of the stuff too. So what we send is a prompt with the scene description and player choice, and then pretty much now a narrative, one concise paragraph, what happens next. I felt like it was a little bit like too long at first, but I'm honestly growing attached to like the descriptions the more I read them. But yeah, anyways, let me let me show you how this all works. So we run Python main, and then for the sake of it, I'm just gonna show you one path. You have three choices. I mean, two endings, pretty or three endings. Yeah, sorry, three endings. Sorry, I'm thinking about if you take you split into the NFA. But anyways, so you can either go back to the village, right, and from there you can just end it and not go on an adventure, or you can fight the boss, right, and you either die and it ends there, or you take all the right actions and you beat the boss. So yeah, let me just show you fighting the boss battle. So we're gonna enter the forest, and here's where it provides the description, and then yeah, so you can understand tall trees loom, a forked path beckons you deeper, or you spot a small rock on the ground. So I added this one just for the heck of it. I'm gonna pick up the rock to show you. You pick up the rock. You pick up the little rock. It's perfect. So this is the description. You pick up the rock. It's perfectly ordinary. So you set it back down and you found it. Continue on. And then you could pick up the rock again if you want to. I don't know. I just thought that was stupid. But anyway, so you go deeper. It loads. And then it takes me to the dragon lair this time. All right, a massive dragon sleeps. I'm not going to read all of this. I'm just going to read this. The massive dragon sleeps atop a glittering hoard. Your heart pounds. So from there, you can either do charge in head first or approach cautiously. It's pretty obvious what choice you're gonna do to survive. So let's just say we want to beat the dragon. So we approach cautiously. The dragon's eye snaps open. You see it underbelly glinting between scales. Strike the vulnerable spot. The dragon roars in pain, blood seeping where you struck it, rears back for one last swipe. Drive your blade home. And see, the story ends with the final cry collapse. You stand victorious, hoisted aloft by cheering villagers. The story ends here. The cheers faded with the setting sun, replaced by the quiet satisfaction of a hero who had saved their home. Through the adventure was over, the legend had just begun. So yeah, that's pretty much the end of it. Um, all of the descriptions are all generated, so they're all going to be completely random every time you do it. But yeah, that's pretty much the entire project. I mean, what I think I could do and improve in the future, I think I can make a UI. I feel like if I added a UI, I was thinking since I already did generative AI just for the text, I think that I could also do pictures for it too. Um, but yeah, no, I thought there's definitely other ways I can expand. Maybe three bosses, multiple bosses, like improving on all that, and then maybe taking it even further, like and making it an actual game too. But yeah, I had a lot of fun, and I thought this was really cool. So thank you.